We are here with
Hi,
we're here with Adam and Jacob Idder.
mommy.
What's up?
Mom, I love that song, man. I'm kind of partial to that song because I think I was there when Adam first started writing it. I was spending a vacation in Evansville. Luckily, what's the saying about Evansville? Go on vacation.
Stay on probation.
Stay on probation. I didn't get any probation that time.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, first off, to anybody local watching, in 3 weeks I will be regaining my crown at the open mic at 21st Amendment or 21st Germantown. I keep forgetting they changed their name. I'll be filling in for Uncool Randy. He's going to take. He's got another event he's going to do, and I'm going to host it that night. So I will be back, and it'll. Randy's done an incredible job with the show, and I'm really happy that I couldn't be happier with the person that took that seat, But he's going to take that night off. He's a stand-up comedian. He's funny as hell. So if you are in Louisville and you got a chance, go see Uncool Randy. He might even have helped me written a song on my next album. I may or may not. Mostly may.
I like the name.
What's that?
Uncle Randy.
Yeah.
Uncool. Yeah, it used to be. He used to say Uncle Randy. Now he's going by Uncool Randy. He used to make the joke as Rob calls me Uncle Randy because I'm fucking his aunt. So, anybody watching, if you have questions, don't be afraid to post them. Because these guys already said, they didn't really say. I didn't even ask them. They're going to answer your questions.
Yeah, we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Known these guys long enough. How did Idder first come together?
Oh, that's a good one. Me and my band Star People had split up, and bass player Ron was like, "Hey, why don't we get together and play?" So we did. We couldn't find a drummer, man. We tried, and then I talked to Jake at work, and I was like, "Would you play drums?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll try." And then he played drums, and that was the first round of Idder.
Well, he plays guitar now, don't he?
Yeah, he plays guitar now. We had a hiatus, and he came to a show one night, and I called him up on stage, and the next day I was like, "You should come play guitar." So ever since then, he's kind of been back in the band.
Yeah. It was pretty easy transition.
Yeah, you already knew the songs, so
yeah. If you could narrow down a person you saw, or like on TV or at a concert or anything like that, narrow down to somebody you said, "I want to do that." Could you name that influence?
The main one I think was when you and I were at Harpo's and we saw the band Situation Grey. I don't know if you remember that or not, Rob.
Oh, yeah.
That night I was like, dude, we got to do this, man.
They were actually a few years ago at Headliners. I was
Really?
like, no way, as they had a little reunion show. And I think I had to work that night. But I was like, I almost went to that. I wish I had a. I guess every now and then they'll have a reunion show over here because they're from here.
I guess the other show would be Pantera in like 92, I think.
Pantera and Skid Row.
Yeah, that was the other one.
I was just talking about that to somebody. Who was it yesterday? I was like, "Oh, it was to my band last night when we played at 21st." I was like, that show. I think it was that show. I stage dive and nobody caught me.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think
nobody caught me. I almost got in a big fight with a dude. He grabbed me by my shirt. And I already landed on my ass bone, and it hurt like a motherfucker for like a week and a half.
Yeah,
there's no way I could do that now. No way.
Yeah.
So you floor dived.
I'd floor dive. As at Mesker. That's right.
He wasn't crowd surfing. He was floor surfing.
Yep. Caught one of Dimebag's picks that
I
night.
remember that, you son of a bitch. Lucky motherfucker, dude.
I think that's the only pick I've ever caught. I think so.
Nice.
I remember Rob was like, I got one of Dimebag's picks. I was like, you son of a bitch.
I think
That's
it
the
was
one
called
to catch.
Diamond then. He was still called Diamond then.
Yeah, Diamond.
That's how old we are.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, how would you describe the music you create?
It's hard, man. I don't know. Kind of if System of a Down was from Kentucky.
Yeah.
And with a mix with Primus, some mix in there too, yeah.
Do you have a particular creative process?
I don't. They come to me in all different ways, at all different times. Sometimes 3 a.m, I'll wake up from a dead sleep and just start playing. There's no rhyme or reason to it really, and I like it that way.
It just kind of taps you on the shoulder sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like,
write me now.
yeah, something's channeling through me.
Well, do you have a favorite show story you'd like to share with us?
Oh man, I don't know. Do you, Jake?
I just, I think I have a really fond memory, like looking back on all the shows at Landhucks.
Yeah,
It was a pretty legendary spot here in Evansville, and fucking truck ran into it and basically took one of the legs out of the table that was that building, and so it's gone.
Yeah.
It's been gone for a few years, but it was amazing to play there. So many legendary people I look up to, local and even nationally touring acts have been through there. Anal Cunt played there randomly. I didn't see it. It was before my time of going to shows, but they did play it.
Our drummer now, Clay, his band Dunwich played there, and Blood Tribe played there. It's like every local band played there.
Yeah,
and touring bands.
Yeah, it's a historied venue for sure. It was.
Yeah.
Who was it? Ken Rex. Ken Rex played there quite a bit back in the day.
Yeah. John.
Yeah.
Yep. Rest in peace, John.
Yeah.
Well, here's the counter question. What's your worst performance?
Oh,
there's so many. How can I pinpoint one?
Yeah, you can.
Most of the time I get too fucking drunk and it's just it's a train wreck, and then I just go with it. I'm like, fuck it, it's over with now.
Most of the time you get drunk when you play.
Yeah. Every time.
We played a festival in like Marengo, Indiana one time, or we played it 2 years in a row. And each time they had no shelter over you. So the sun was just beating down on you the entire time. It was fine, but
the sun went down on us and they didn't plug in any lights, and we got done. And these dudes were called the Kentucky Cookers, and they had a barbecue joint, and they were like, why didn't you have the lights on for them? Those guys were like, oh, it was this, it was that. And that dude said, I'm not a rocket scientist. And he pulls up a cord and plugs it in. The lights come on. He goes, but that's pretty easy.
Damn.
They were busy.
Yeah. They were good shows, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
what about you, Rob?
What
have you been into?
The show's not about me. It's about my guest. It's my job to get you guys to talk.
All right. Fair enough.
We haven't.
Go ahead.
No, we haven't had too many nightmare shows, to be honest. They've all been pretty good. The first iteration of Idder, when I was the drummer, seemed like we ran into a lot of like having to do our own sound and stuff type situations. It was a random time in the music scene. It was right after 1123, another legendary venue in Evansville, had closed down. So Landhucks was one of the only spots to really play. And so most people just didn't give a shit about having a PA for some reason. So Ron has all kinds of equipment. So we'd end up having to lug a PA with us too. And that kind of sucked. But luckily that's not the way of it anymore.
No.
Was Landhucks, did it have the spirograph laser thing?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Jim invested in lights and stuff. Jim Lane, he owned it. And, he always had a pretty good light show.
I thought it just fell apart. I didn't realize a truck had hit it.
No, a truck hit it, dude, and the whole thing caved in. And So they gave him like 24 hours to get all the stuff out of there, and he couldn't get it out, and they demolished it, and he sued them and won like $2.2 million against the city of Evansville. Yeah.
Yep.
Sure did.
Right. Do you prefer the studio or the stage?
Ooh.
I love the studio and I love the stage. I don't know, man. They're both good to me. I like them both.
They're different animals.
Yeah.
It's hard to compare them really, because the studio, you just get to refine what you've been playing in one shot on the stage.
I do surprisingly well in the studio, better than I thought I would. It's like I really find it in the studio, more so than
Yeah.
when we're playing live. But after we settle it in the studio, it's done. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
I always
What?
get drunk, even in the studio.
That's where the magic is, dude.
Yeah, it's like,
Is
dude,
it?
I was playing horrible last time. I was like, let me do these 2 shots. So I did those 2 shots. It's like magic after that. It's like, yeah, all right.
Dude, the vocals on this new shit are incredible. I'm assuming that you were I wasn't there for you recording your vocals, but I'm assuming you had a few shots in you at that time as well.
I did. I had 2 shots is what I did. 2 shots.
Nice.
Well, since it is my show, I get to talk about my favorite song on the album, which is "Angry and Blue." So, what's the title track? What's the story behind the title track there?
I don't know. It's a relationship song, you know. It's about so when Zeus was angry, he'd create fire and storms and lightning, and when he was sad, he would make it rain, and that's how the color blue is tied to sadness. So it's kind of like, you know, when you get in those situations where you're either angry or sad all the time, you know, just wish you could break free from it, and you're trying to find a way.
And are you the key songwriter at this point?
Well, I mean, I write, but then it's never the same once I bring it to practice, because you put the other influences in it, and it all changes.
I love collaborating. I do. If I write a song by myself, most of the time I'm going to fail.
It's it never is the same as me playing it on the front porch on the acoustic. It's always different. Everybody, you know, from Jake's guitar to Ron's bass to Clay's drums, it changes it.
Well, yeah, the structure too.
Yeah, just the bare bones.
Yeah, the structure kind of almost creates itself out of common sense whenever you're in practice mode. And it's like, we need this here. Yeah. We need this here, and then we'll do 2 of these. That makes sense. And then you play it and you figure out whether it works or not. And, you know, it comes together how it does. It's kind of the universe gives you the song, and then the universe gives us the common sense to know how the fuck to play it.
Yeah.
What would be your most personal song?
Apology.
And why?
Yeah. It's tough. It's about it's about being strung out when I lost my grandfather.
Elaborate. Do you have a particular line that is real?
Yeah. It says, "Sorry I'm lost. Sorry I'm high. But I love you anyway. I come to say goodbye."
Damn.
Yeah. It gets him at shows too when we're playing it. But it makes the song that much more like palpable, like the meaning of it to everybody else. The guy who helps book and whatnot at Boca Lounge in town, we played there. We played Apology last, and he came up to me after, and he was like, "That last song you played, there's something to that." He like bragged on it, and then he told Adam the same thing. Like, yeah, it meant a lot to him to hear it. And I mean, he doesn't even have like a similar situation necessarily, but he could feel it.
Yeah. We're gonna record. We're going to record that next.
Yeah, that's in the next batch.
You can't tell the honest songs. You can't. I mean, they really stick out. They do to me. Even God, where was I played one show and and it was a screamo type band, which I'm not. And I love metal, but there's some of the screamo stuff I'm kind of. But there was one band. There was one band that, in all their honesty, spilled out, and I was like, "Holy shit, man!" And I had to go on after them.
That's the worst.
I was like, I looked at Louis. I was like, I don't think I want to go.
That would be the worst.
I don't want to follow them, man.
I hope that makes our show all the more interesting. That we have some songs that are not really to be taken seriously, like "Winding Down the Road" is just like just silly and fun, and then we have "Apology," which is like about as serious as it gets.
Yeah.
So I hope that catches people like that.
And everything in between.
Yeah.
I did say that I stick to inside jokes, but man, I remember Adam singing that when we were we were like 12 and shit. Because Wayne, his grandfather, I think, used to sing it too.
Yeah.
There's another one. There's another one. Was it? No, or was it Victor? Anyway,
I don't know.
Anyway, we'll edit that
Heard
part
the
out. Let's see. I've lost my place. If you could open a show for anyone, who would that be?
Oh, fuck. That's a tough one. Nirvana.
Dead or alive?
Either one. I don't care.
Dead or alive. It doesn't matter.
Dead, I would say Nirvana. I think we'd fit them pretty well as far as an opener for them. But alive, probably System of a Down, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like their fans and they would really take a liking to us.
Yeah, or Primus. I think Primus fans would like us too.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And Les Claypool, if you just happen to be watching, I know you're not. I have emailed you. Check your messages, man.
Yeah.
So where all have you performed?
Where?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I know Waddy's on the list.
Yeah, Waddy, Bacchanalia Music Festival.
Yeah.
Landhugs, Boca. Bacchanalia was over by Marengo Cave.
Yeah, that was the show we were talking about earlier. Yeah.
We played Louisville. We've played where else, Jake?
In town, Lamasco is another one we've played.
Boca.
Yeah. We played Mount Carmel a couple of times.
Yeah, man. And believe it or not, as small as that place is, it's a great show every time you play there.
Yeah. There's like 100 people there every time.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I see Richard posted about playing there quite a bit. Richard Sadler from Death Mountain Spiders.
Right.
I guess they go over there quite a bit too. And he talked about that place when they were on the show. He actually mentioned that place.
And I don't know what it is. It's just a great place. You're welcome there, and people love bands being there. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny.
Starving for entertainment.
Yeah, they really are, dude. I actually was a reporter there for like a year, and so I was part of like the big like formal like government meetings and had to talk to the cops and everything. But then there's this like kind of just like in every city, there's like an underbelly of like all these people who actually like good music and, who don't go to all of those formal functions and shit. And all those people come to the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find smaller places I have a better response in those smaller places as well.
Yeah.
Man, a lot of times, man.
Yeah.
I get more people will come out to see my dumb little acoustic act in Huntsville, Alabama, than they will here in Louisville.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
If you could work with any producer, and I love this question. I get that response every time. That's why I love this question.
It would be between Rick Rubin and Butch Vig.
Yeah.
For me.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd probably like to work with Steve Tyner again.
Oh yeah.
Being honest,
that's who we're gonna work with.
Yeah. He does a Black Cat recording here in Evansville. He's
badass.
amazing, dude. And some people are like, man, he was kind of pushy. And it's like
He's trying to get he's trying to get the best out of you. That's
yeah,
all
exactly.
he's trying to do.
He's trying to get you to stop lollygagging and record your fucking parts, dude.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah, he's trying to keep the fucking train moving, keep the momentum going. I get it.
And he's good at it too.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible. It's like I want to work. I would say Daniel Ray, like he produced the new 9 Pound Hammer album. He also produced a Misfits album, the Famous Monsters album with which Glenn Danzig wasn't on, but man, the production on that album was great. But I think my most popular answer is the guy that the first Tom Petty album. I can't think of his name, but he actually stole all their money and left. Oh. Imagine that, someone in the music business
stealing money. Yeah, there's no shitheads in the music industry at all.
It's a cruel business, man. I tell people that want to give up, it's like, it is. It's just a cruel business. It's not
we're tough as nails and we're meaner than shit. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Fuck them.
Yeah. You better have more in the mouth on you.
Yeah.
So people like to run their mouth, and I like to fight. Bigger problem for the people who like to run their mouth.
So how did you pick the songs on Angry and Blue? Because I know you got about 50 or 60 more.
Yeah, I do. But it's like these were the new ones that we started to do with Jake, and they just those were the ones that meant the most to us, I think. So
yeah. And Ride was brand new, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you had written those lyrics like really recently.
Yeah.
Same with Parking Lot too. So those two came together really organically with the four of us, I think.
Yep.
And with the four piece.
Ride is great. It shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other two, Come Our Way and Angry or Blue, were before I had rejoined, and I just added parts to them.
Yeah.
Well, Ride shows. I like it. I like the EP a lot. But Ride and Angry and Blue, and what's the other one? Come Over.
Come Our Way.
Come My Way. Come My Way.
That's our comeback song.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's our comeback song.
Well, what's the story behind it?
I don't know. It's just saying, we've been working our asses off. Maybe some luck will come our way.
Yeah. I take it like there's been a drought, and now like the rain needs to come our way.
That's right. Something come our way.
Yeah, yeah.
People, like Pavement, and there several labels are signing left and right now. Now you got to pay them, which sucks, and it's not cheap.
I ain't paying shit.
Come on, man.
You do.
If you got to pay them, something's fucked up with that,
dude. We'll just do it ourselves.
Yeah,
fuck.
No shit.
Oh yeah, and you got to pay for your recording, and everything. You got to pay for all that, and then turn it into them. They decide, okay, it'll cost you $5,000 or $10,000 to.
What do we need you for then?
Yeah,
what do we need them for?
We'll just do it the old way.
It does. It does help. But
yeah.
It does, but who else is signing? There's Electric Talent Records. They're signing people pretty regular. There's a few, and they do get you the good shows and shit.
Yeah.
So, they do get you the ones that it takes a lot of the guesswork out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm going to roll the dice and drive, because that's what I do all the time. I'm going to drive up to Akron, Ohio, and hope 100 people show up. But when you get into that, they're going to tell you where to go. They're going to say go here, but you can't. But once you do that, also you can't say, oh, I can't do that show. I got to work that day. You got to go.
Right.
You got to. You're kind of owned. In a way,
no, I don't like that.
Yeah,
but
I don't like that.
You find somebody that you want to work with. That's the whole
right.
thing. You still do it your way. This is something Coleman Williams and I talked about. He was brilliant about it. He's
Hank Four.
Don't call him that. Don't call him that.
Just kidding, Coleman. Just kidding.
He was good. I couldn't believe it. Like sitting there talking, like he should, like he goes, just ask me anything. Ask me. I was like, because I can't ask you the questions that I'm going to ask. You were brought up into this. He is like, my answers are going to be different than you ever expected. They were.
Yeah.
Damn.
I can see him wanting to stand alone and pull away from that. I can see that.
And he did. Yeah. And I really respect him. He's like, he did. He was 30 something years old already. He's like, I'm just not going to go down that route. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it.
I respect that.
I
Absolutely.
And he's doing really cool things. Hell. But anyway, sorry, I got on a tangent.
No.
Shit. What's the most useless talent you have?
Fuck, I don't know. I got so many.
Yeah.
Probably making homemade wine.
Well, that's not useless.
Yeah, really, dude. It's always good too.
I made 5 gallons of elderberry wine a day.
That's a lot of work too, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. Elderberry, aren't they the little tiny?
Yeah, they're real small. 10 pounds of them. No, you just have to pluck them off the stems. But 10 pounds.
Well, still, that's tedious. 10 pounds.
10 hours of work to pick them off. Yeah.
You've always had that kind of patience, though.
Yeah.
Like, when we were kids, Adam and I used to go fishing sometimes, and we'd go fishing out there, and we'd catch something, and he'd be like, and I don't even like to fish that much, but I would go because, we lived in Clay, Kentucky. That's just what you did. But,
yeah.
Adam be like, and he knew he was pissing me off, too. He'd catch this fish. He goes, well, Rob, I'm throwing it back. Why? Well, it'd be a nice fish, too. And he'd catch another one. I wouldn't catch shit all day. He'd catch all kinds of. And he'd look at me and Gertie goes, well, Rob, I'm throwing it back. What? Every fish. He threw every fish back. He's still a catch and release guy, I bet.
I didn't want to have to clean them.
Oh, yeah. Let somebody else do it.
Yeah.
You've always had so much patience with stuff, hell, you can garden.
Yeah.
You still fly. You still grow flowers. Even when like Wayne passed away, you still planted Wayne's garden. I always thought it always stuck in my head that you did that. Your papa, I say Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah, I love to grow stuff. I always had a green thumb, so I've just kind of kept going with it.
One time you told me it was like a seed fascinates me so much. It's like a little bitty tiny factory. I'm pretty sure I quoted that just right.
Yeah, you did. It can take dirt and make it taste like watermelon.
I mean, seriously, there's a lot of things you said over the years that stuck in my head. Just hell, we used to box.
Yeah, we did.
I hated you for it. Rob, come over and box with me. Nah, man, I'd go. And no matter what the excuse I came up with, Adam had it covered. Adam could refute that excuse to where I had to come over. I had to come over and box with him, which I surprisingly wound up being pretty good at it.
Yeah, it made you tougher, didn't it?
It did. Oh, wait, back to the music. What's next for you?
Record another album.
Do you have a show lined up or anything coming anytime soon?
October. I can't remember the date.
I can't either. One in Mount Carmel and one in Evansville, I'm pretty sure.
When are you going to slide back over here to Louisville?
We'll try to do it. I'm hoping the COVID dies off and we can make it over there.
Yeah,
I don't know what the restrictions are or anything. So,
well, it's pretty lenient right now, but
it's Kentucky, man.
Yeah, but they can put the hammer down when they want to.
They sure can.
The government. Wherever we're ready. If anybody listening to this wants to book us anywhere, we will show up.
There's a phone number on our page on Facebook. Just call it.
Yep. Or message our page, whatever your preferred mode of contact is.
Do you have a Bandcamp or anything yet?
All of our stuff is out on like iTunes and Spotify, everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, the 4 new songs are. They're everywhere. And there's 4 more coming.
Yep.
Get you a Bandcamp. It's free. I did not know it was free till like 2 weeks ago. All this time, I thought it was $20 a month. I guess I didn't come find out. I was looking at Bandcamp Pro, but I was like, man, I'm not paying $20 a month for a website. It's just, there's no use in paying for a website anymore. You can just do Facebook and everything. That covers all that shit. But get you a Bandcamp because it's free, and it's like 1 or 2% if somebody does buy a digital download of your song. They keep like, it's not very much what they keep.
Yeah.
Right.
Build you a Bandcamp. I finally did it about a month ago. It's like, oh, this is what everything I've always wanted.
Yeah, I think our old shit is up on at least a song or 2 is up on Bandcamp. I made one forever ago during the first run.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Something like that.
A while back.
Yeah.
Any major points or anything you want to bring up before we wrap this up?
No, man. I love playing for people. Hope we get to see everybody. Hope we get to come to Louisville, have some fun.
Yeah.
We're ready to do it.
Yeah.
Anywhere
check out
we
our
can.
shit.
We're going to do it anywhere we can.
Yeah. We've been getting a lot of compliments on the new 4 songs. So go check them out. Might be something you like, listener.
It's really great. It really is. I'm not just saying that. You wouldn't be on this show if I didn't think it was great. I promise you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because it is my show. I get to pick who I want.
Rob's like, I'm the master.
That's not entirely true. Actually, if somebody reaches out to me and says, I really would like to be on your show, I will put them on the show.
So, Rob, I got a story for you. Rob. Last night, I'm talking to a guy, and I told him that I was originally from Clay, Kentucky, and he said, I only know one person from Clay, Kentucky. I said, who's that? He said, Pooh. And he was talking about Pooh Bah, man. I know. That's it. That's all I'll say about that. Pooh.
All right. Before we wrap this up, you guys owe me a couple of favors.
Hand job. Got it.
Well, one Adam,
paper hands.
One Adam is already done, so Jake can do it this time. Not that. Jake, make me a soundbite. Say, this is Jake Bethel from Idder, and you are tuned in to Undergroundopolis.
This is Jake Bethel from Idder, and you are tuned in to Undergroundopolis.
Now, who wants to do the corny joke of the week?
Jake.
I don't have a joke.
Okay. How can a Kentuckian mother? Just kidding, Rob. Just kidding.
Come on. I actually meant to prep you on that, and I forgot. I was like, hey man, be sure to have a joke.
Damn it, Rob. Damn it, X-Man. I don't have a corny joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Here's an old joke. A bear and a rabbit shitting in the woods. Bear says to the rabbit, you got problems with shit sticking to your fur? Rabbit says no. So the bear picks him up and wipes his ass with him.
JP Hickman.
That's a good one.
All right, guys. I'm gonna thank you all very much for giving me your time, man. This will take a few. It'll be a few weeks before I get it. It'll probably still be on YouTube and all, but as far as the audio on Spotify and everything else, it'll be a few weeks before I get it out for it edited down and everything. Thank you so much.
What are you going to surgery for, Rob?
Oh, well, my elbow.
Okay.
I can't feel my hand.
Oh, jacking off too much?
Yeah, jacking off a dog.
Oh, that's my guy.
Hell yeah, dude.
I had it on my right arm 2 years ago, and then this year I started losing the feeling in my left hand, and I was like,
damn.
I thought I caught it in time, like, early detection, because I let my right arm, I was like, I'll just let it'll come back. It'll come. The feeling in my hand will come back, and it didn't. And just kept getting worse. And then it got to where it hurt real bad. It's just a pinched nerve. It's kind of like carpal tunnel, but it's called cubital tunnel. It's a different nerve, different tunnel, and it gets pinched up in a couple of muscles and stuff like that. And all they got to do is pop it back out. I didn't even go to sleep or get sedated for the last time. They did it. I was completely awake. I asked them if I could video it, and they said no. I was like, well, Nobody watches my music videos. Maybe they'll watch me. Maybe I get YouTube famous that way. But yeah, Friday. In case anybody's wondering, yes, Friday I will be going under the knife. Nothing serious. It took like 20 minutes last time, and I was sewn back up, and I drove myself home.
Oh, damn!
Good.
But I can't press the string. I can't press the strings down on a regular acoustic.
Damn.
Well, I can for about 20 minutes. I can play for about 20 minutes or so, and then I can still do it, but you can feel it like right here. This muscle starts compensating because I don't have any strength in my hand. This muscle, and it gets real sore, and then the next day it's really sore. It has a big frog there.
Oh man!
But it's okay. Friday, it's going to be done.
It's going to be better.
Well, be honest, man. You let the right arm. You let that right arm go so long, so you could just do the stranger as often as possible. You were milking it.
No, I'm horrible about going to the doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely horrible.
Me too.
On my birthday, my dad calls. We talk for a while. He goes, "You know what happens this year?" I was like, "What?" He's got to get your prostate exam. Dad, I don't want to talk about that to you.
Yeah.
It is nothing to him to talk about something like that.
Well, so they could do it through a blood test. It just costs a lot more. Because I had it done. And I told my doctor, I said, "You mean you can do that through a blood test and you don't have to stick your finger in my ass?" And he goes, "Yeah, but it's more expensive." I was like, "I'll pay it."
Yeah.
Fine.
It's not as much fun. You could do that. I don't know why you want to. All right, guys, we'll wrap this up. Thank you so much for donating your time. This is Rob Lyon.
Thank you.
This is Rob Lyon, your host, signing off. Bang. Oh, shit.